Hello, I'm Toycat, and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be talking about the update that came out for Minecraft console yesterday, because as you all might be aware, basically, an update did release, and it brought out Battle Minigame, and that's been the biggest thing most people have been focusing on. That's why I played so much of on my channel, but it's not the only thing the update brought out, even though the game will try and convince you that, oh yeah, the only thing that's new in this update is Battle Minigame. If you check the changelog, there are actually quite a few other features, 4 features, and a bunch of bug fixes, so I figured I'd go through those, explain how they all do work, and what they all did fix in today's video. So hopefully you do enjoy the non-Battle Minigame features of TU36. If you do, like the video, let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot, and lets me know you do care about features that aren't just PvP, because I know even though a lot of you are playing Battle, a lot of you are just like, you know, I'll wait for the next minigame, let's just go back to my survival world. And if that's you, then maybe you want to know how to use these new features, like the very first of them, which is actually going to be a new way to actually use chests, because basically, until now, if you wanted to move stuff around from chest to inventory or something like that, what you had to do is you had to like either take half or do it something like that. If you wanted to spread it out a whole bunch of stuff, you should be like place one, place one, place one. So if you wanted to say split a set of golden carrots into 3, it would be so messy. However, now they've added a new distribute option. So distribute basically allows you to split your thing between however many slots you choose. So if you press LT, then it will distribute those 21 carrots between the number of slots we've chosen. So three slots, 7 carrots each, way faster than before. Or you can use this to fill a chest really fastly, or to use your inventory, because you can be like this and have like 2 carrots across your whole inventory. It's a really cool thing. So just make sure that when you're done, you actually press LT again, so you actually finish the thing. And yeah, you can do it that way. So distribute your stuff, finish distributing, and then that's filling up your inventory of golden carrots and spreading them evenly. There's a whole bunch of uses for this, but it's mostly useful for map makers, I'd say, because you can... Okay, we've got really full chests here. Everything around me is so full, including my inventory. But yeah, if you have a chest, you can... Okay, this chest is full too. But, you know, you can spread stuff around it, like arrows, like food, and you can make it a bit more fun to go in there. And I think it's cool they added that. Like, it's, you know, it's something no one was directly asking for, but that's so useful for everyone, and that's the sort of thing I like seeing in an update. So that's just the first of the actual features in this update. The second is the new skin menu. So again, this is something you would have noticed if you're playing Battle Minigame, but it's really cool because they made it so that the skin menu looks cooler, has an actual thing of it, and is now properly in alphabetical order. Before they were in alphabetical order, sort of. For some reason, they glitched into a wrong order all the time. Now it's actually alphabetical, so if you, besides, you know, these ones down here, it's alphabetical for the most part, and that just means that if you want to find a skin pack, it's going to be easy enough to find, and they made it so the favorites menu is a little bit easier, so you can do stuff like this. This is actually a secret feature because it's not in the changelog, but you actually can remove and add favorites without just picking the skin. So if I turn into the Enderman, that's not my new favorite skin. Instead, it's the ones you put the heart next to, which is really cool. You do that with Y, by the way, so okay, it's gone forever now. And yeah, we've got 2 favorite skins, Toycat and R2D2. So I like that kind of list personally. And that's the second of the features in this update. The third of them is a brand new control option, which is one that was basically trialed out in TU34, but they had to reverse because people hated it. Basically, it's safe sprint. So, you know, it's kind of an alternative to the whole when you're sprinting forwards, you can't tap down the stick. Now they've made it so if you turn on safe sprint, you cannot use the left stick to change perspective. Instead, you have to use up on the D-pad, and this is really useful if you ever accidentally, you know, panic press it while you're sprinting, because that's killed so many people in PvP so many times. I know it used to happen to me. I've gotten a bit better at it, but yeah, if this happens to you a lot, just press up on the D-pad, and that's better. And I like it that you know, they've actually made up on the D-pad have a use. The one interesting thing here though is it means that when you're if you want to fly up in you know, creative, you now have to hold down the left stick, which is kind of awkward as opposed to pressing up on the D-pad. So do keep that in mind. If you play creative, you don't want to switch this, but if you play survival and minigames a lot, maybe it's worth you know, putting safe sprint on. This is really like kind of related to battle mode because it's gonna be useful there, but also useful for regular survival. Get used to it or don't get used to it. I think it's useful that way, but it's something you're gonna want to make the choice with. But it's still just one of those new features here. So now we're gonna back out the game, and I'm gonna show you the final like feature in this update because it's a brand new soup flat option. So usually I love me some soup flat options. These ones are not quite so interesting because they were on by default before, but they allow you to make some new types of soup flats and maybe some new mini games. Because when you go to customize soup flat, you can now find in the whole options there, we've got caves and we've got ravines. So if you can turn these on, you can turn them off. Isn't that wonderful? Unfortunately, if you want to try and have sand above nothing again, like you know, you previously could, it's still not going to work. They didn't fix that, which little bit of a shame if you ask me. No matter how much I want it, it's just not going to be possible. And yeah, as you can see, sandstone, it's just not going to work. But yeah, that's another thing you might want to know. Ravines and caves are now toggleable options like they are on the PC, and it's one of those nice little changes if you ask me. So yeah, they're the 4 features in this update. You can now distribute and spread things evenly. You can now change skins in a brand new skin select menu, which I think looks better. By the way, it's not available inside battle mode. Keep that in mind. You can now you know, have a safe sprint, and you can add ravines and caves and stuff. So besides that, they've also added a brand new piece of DLC. This isn't really a feature, but it's worth pointing out. There's Battle Map Pack 1 and the Season Pass, if you want to buy all of them. And finally, they fixed a few bugs. So I'll go through those now, just briefly. They fixed a crash for when the client player entered a game with the maximum number of item frames, had open maps. That's a really complex one, but if you ran into issues where you couldn't properly enter games and you got crashed, that's your fix. Fix for slimes not spawning in slime chunks. That's a pretty useful one. Fix for an issue for allowing players to use the armor stand when trust players option is disabled. Again, another one that probably should have been fixed. Fix an issue where items could not be removed from the furnace to the main inventory using quick move. Ran into that myself. Fix an issue on Super Flat World Generation menu with this stem mushroom block. So yeah, all of those, the little glitch of mushroom blocks not being properly available, that's all been fixed now. And if you want to use any of those, you can. So yeah, basically those are all the features in this update. Battle mini game was the biggest one, but as you can see, they are hinting at more stuff. There is going to be an update at some point later on with more actual survival features and maybe a mini game too. But just keep in mind, this was the battle update. The update team are still working on something else. This was just a nice little, oh yeah, here's your first minigame console, and I've enjoyed it quite a bit. But you probably already worked that out from our videos. Hopefully you did enjoy this one, because again, I know not everyone does want to play battle. It's just so exciting for me. I just, every time I'm like, yeah, let's get back into it. And yeah, thank you very much for watching the video, because I'll see you all in the next one. Oh, and I will be going over secret features at some point soonish, so if you have more of those, leave them in the comments. And yeah, have a very nice day, everyone, because I will see you all in the next video, which is actually also today. So bye.